Rico and Karla is about to go live online. Catch all-out monster hit music, all-out celebrity interviews, all-out showbiz and sports news, all-out fun, and exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your all-out hosts, Rico Robles and Karla Aguas. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Hey!
Hey, Monsters! What's up, everybody? Happy Fantastic Friday! Yep, it is officially Friday, which means it's the weekend, and we've got a very special guest for you guys. Today, we're playing his song right now to everybody who's listening on air. You guys have been requesting for this as well. Rico, who we got?
He's coming back on the show. You know, last time we spoke, he was talking about a single. This time around, he will be talking to us about his EP that's going to be coming out, called Rapunzel. There must be a story behind that, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. None other, straight from London, Dhruv. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey,
Hi, everyone. Happy to be back.
Oh, thank you for joining us. We know you're busy. I mean, you're promoting your EP that's coming up. That must be really exciting. But before anything else, how are you? I mean, it's December, last month of 2021. How's life?
I'm good. Life is going well. I can't really complain. I mean, the only thing is obviously the weather here is terrible. It's gray and freezing cold. But other than that, we're doing well.
I mean, I don't think I can relate. Rico can relate because it's like so hot here. And if I could have snow and winter cold, I would. But
really,
I mean, yeah, I would trade places with you in a heartbeat, darling. No joke.
But, I'm missing the sun right now. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good to have like seasons. Like obviously I grew up in Singapore and we kind of just had summer all year long.
Yeah.
I think it's gotten to a point where it's like when it's so cold, I would trade that for warm weather any day. Any day.
But, you know, what made you relocate from Singapore? What made you move to London? Was it really to pursue music, or was it?
It was mostly my family. Like I was born in London as well, so I have it wasn't like a random country. It's like where I have a lot of family, friends, and family, and I think it was just at the time. I mean, I went to college in the U.S. and around that time, it just made sense, I think, for my family to kind of relocate here as well.
You know, Dhruv, it's not every day that people who genuinely love music, write songs, and sing get signed to major labels. And you, at such a young age, I mean, you're already signed. You've got this incredible song that we're playing right now in the background for everybody to hear, Stable Life. How did it feel? I mean, was music always something that you wanted to pursue, or did it like become like an accidental, serendipitous moment where you were like, oh, dang, I'm actually talented and I can make this a career? I mean, like, what made you decide to pursue music?
Well, first of all, thank you. Secondly, I think it was something that I always wanted to do. I had been writing music for a while and it was always like a dream of mine, but I didn't really think it was possible when I was obviously living in Singapore. It's just so far from like the music industry and, you know, the label system. And I didn't really know like how I would make it happen, but I had faith that I would be able to, just because I had so many songs that I wanted to show people. And so when I moved to the US and met creative people for the first time, that was kind of the first time in my life that I was like, oh wow, like I can really do this. And yeah, and from that point, I just feel like I've constantly been surprised by people's reactions to my music and the fact that people like it at all, even, to be honest.
It wasn't like a pivotal heartbreak, you know what I mean? Like you got heartbroken, you're like, I'm gonna make money off of this. I'm gonna put all my pain on a piece of paper. Was it something like that?
No. There was a build up before. I used to write heartbreak songs before I even knew what like relationships were, or romance was like. So it was definitely not. I definitely, the first time I was in like a relationship, and you know, the first time I felt like something was happening, I was like, oh great, like I can actually write from my personal experience. But it wasn't like, oh now I will pivot into music.
But you know, Dhruv, what I love about your voice, and I don't know if you hear this a lot, but you have such a cooling to the ears type voice. It's very Frank Ocean, like something that you could listen to in your room, in the car, like, you know, on your phone, just whenever you want that comfort and like that chill vibe. And I mean, we're playing Stable Life right now, and this is a track that you decided to release. It's going to be part of your EP, right? I mean, what
Yeah.
exactly is Stable Life about? Because it's giving me major Karla chill out, take it one day at a time vibes, you know? What is Stable Life about?
I wrote this song when I was honestly pretty miserable a few years ago. I felt like I was just like so unresolved in my life, and I didn't really know where I was heading, but I could
Mhm.
see the people around me, like they're all in relationships. I could just like see their futures mapped out. You know, and that they were gonna move home eventually, and they were gonna have kids, and all of these things that like I guess you know I would have considered to be like these markers of what is a stable life, and I
Mhm.
didn't really know if I could have that, or I just felt like it was out of my reach, and so that's what inspired the song.
I can so
Mm.
relate.
Relate.
I can
Feel.
so relate. Everything when you see everybody all happy with white picket fences, and like sitting there
Yeah,
like, where am I gonna be? Wait a minute. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That kind of feel. Now the album Rapunzel. Okay, so the EP, the title is gonna be Rapunzel. Is it something related to the fairy tale, wherein you're stranded up in the tower with your long hair?
In your room, writing your songs.
um it's actually related to a lyric in a song. It's not really about
Oh,
like the fairy tale or the story at all.
Mm.
It's about like this childhood memory I have, um
okay.
which you'll hear. It's like the I think one of my favorite songs on the project is one that you guys haven't heard, and it's called Grateful. It's the last song on the project, and there's a lyric about it, and that is what inspired it. Just inspired the project, but the whole concept of the project is about, I think, trying to find your trying to think back to who you were as a kid and how
Mm.
uninhibited you were in life, and before you really thought about like what society thought about you or how other people perceived you. And I think it's about like trying to find that, like find your way back to yourself almost. So that's kind of what it's about.
I mean,
Dang, is he talking specifically to me, or is he like answering an interview question at this point? I don't know. Sorry, Rico, you were saying?
when you go into like a specific project, do you have already an umbrella idea? Like you have a main concept, and then you just let that shell out to like different ideas from there? Do you revolve around one concept? Or do you go in there and just like come as you are, record whatever happens, and we'll put it together after?
That's a really good question. So for this one, like this project, this first one, I just made for myself. I don't even like, I wasn't thinking about curating anything or putting it together until I kind of had the songs, and then was thinking about, you know, what this project meant to me. But I think going forward, like for the next thing, I have a really strong concept of what I want it to be about. And I think I will be thinking a lot more about song selection before the project is even done. Whereas for this one,
Mm.
this one's like really personal. I don't even like it's for myself. I don't even think it's for an audience necessarily. So
I mean, imagine
But
when you release your EP, you have to face an audience, man.
no,
You
I
have
yeah,
to
because
know.
I was
walk.
gonna say this is a
Yeah.
personal project. It's something that's
Yeah.
really near and dear to your heart, but you're releasing it for the world to take in. I mean,
Yeah.
how does that feel, Job? Are you nervous? Are you anxious? Are you excited? Like, how are you feeling like now that you're about to release this EP? And what do you hope people take from it when they listen to all of the songs?
I I definitely, you know, I think getting Stable Life out has kind of made me less nervous because that song is just so miserable, and it's so different from the other songs. Like the first four that came out were all about like love, and were kind of more like just some of them more lighthearted, and like Moonlight I would even say is like kind of funny because it's just so it's ridiculous in parts. So I think putting Stable Life out as a really honest track about how I was actually feeling at one point in my life has made me feel a lot better about the project as a whole. But there are a couple of songs on there that people still haven't heard that I'm like a little nervous about. But I'm just excited to get it out at this point. It's been so long. I finished it many months ago, and I just want it to be out. And I'm excited to move on to the next thing. And I've already started working on the next thing. So that's just how it is.
When it's like that,
Exciting.
when you're writing these songs, right? And then you're waiting for it to be released. Do you sit there and have like a work schedule, write 5 songs a day, 5 songs a week, put it all like what Kanye be doing? You know what I mean? Kanye is like, I want to make 1,000 beats worth 3 summers kind of thing.
I think after I'm done with like the project, or I just wanted to take a break, because the way that I write my music is I really draw from my life, and my life has been crazy in some ways, like with music and stuff like that. But my personal life has been very like, it's been very stable for the last couple of years. I think obviously one of the things is COVID has also just meant that like it hasn't, I haven't had like the breadth of experiences that I would have had otherwise. And so, yeah, I also wanted to take a break. Like I was really, even with this project, right towards the end, I was being like super perfectionist and nitpicky about my songwriting. And I think it's good to like detach, because it makes you want to like go back into it, and it gives you this like drive. Like I'm so excited to like go back and like write the next thing now and see how that takes shape. But I don't know if I would feel that way if I just went straight into the next thing,
It's gonna be a
That's
rap
fantastic to be able to savor it and take it all in first before like you really move on and focus. Now, Joe, we wish we could have you for longer, but we've got 3 minutes left. Holiday plans. I mean, I know everybody has their own way of celebrating. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. Like, what are you excited for this holiday season? And if you can share, what's your holiday wish? I'd love to know.
This holiday season, well, we don't really celebrate all that much, but I am excited to be with my family. I haven't seen my grandmother in a really long time, so I'm just excited to. Yeah, I'm just excited to have some downtime with my family. And then my holiday wish. That's a really good question. I just want to always feel really fulfilled and happy in what I'm doing. Like I think that's my wish. Like there definitely been times with music as well where I've like felt a little down and like. But my wish is just to like constantly remember how lucky I am to do this. Like I don't want to ever forget that. Yeah.
And of course, message for all your fans here in the Philippines.
Yes.
Well, I just want a big thank you. The Philippines is a huge reason why I am where I am today, and thank you for supporting everything since Double Take all the way up till now. Like I really appreciate it, and like I'm very, very desperate to come and play shows for you guys as well and see you in person.
Oh, we're desperate to hear
Can't
it,
wait.
honey. And
Can't
when
wait.
the EP drops next year and the pandemic is over, you are coming straight here and you're going to play a bunch of shows and we're all going to sing and cry in your
Yes, that's the
concert.
plan.
But thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Joe,
you,
for
thank you.
spending
Thank you
time
guys
with
so
us. And
much.
congratulations in advance. We can't wait
you.
for Rapunzel to drop. I mean,
Thanks.
happy holidays. Take care.
Happy holidays,
Take
guys.
care.
Have a great end of year. Bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Joe.
There you go.
Oh, he's so
cool.
talented. I just read the briefing that you sent, and Frank Ocean's one of his influences. Like his voice, it's so good, Rico. Like it's
Telling you,
so
it's a perfect holiday treat. You know what I'm saying? For
you want to
feel.
listen to his songs over and over in your room, like you just want like your own moment where you're just like, listen, goodbye world. I'm just gonna listen to a couple of songs, eat yummy food, and chill out. Like, give me my space. That's how I see it.
That was cool. That was cool. It's always great to catch up with an artist that already came for the show. And the second time around, it's always nice. Rapunzel is something to look forward to for 2022. For Facebook, for YouTube, for Twitch, she is Karla Aguas.
And he's Rico Robles live. Now on
Monster exclusive interview only on Manila's hottest